Hey there, science fans! You know me, I love a good experiment, but safety is always my top priority. We're talking about serious stuff here, folks. Things so dangerous that they explode even if you don't touch them, and others so deadly that 1 gram can kill 1 million people. So put on your protective glasses and get ready to explore with me as we look at the most dangerous substances in the world. Our first stop takes us right into your garage antifreeze. Now, you might know that this stuff keeps your car running smoothly in the winter, but did you know it contains ethylene glycol, a substance that's seriously toxic to humans? It has this sneaky sweet taste that might fool you into thinking it's harmless, but once it's in your system, it's anything but. It goes on a rampage, producing something called salicylic acid, which wreaks havoc on your central nervous system, kidneys, and heart. That's why it's so important to keep antifreeze out of reach of children and pets. Our next contender is a real killer, literally. It's strychnine, and it's been used as a pesticide and unfortunately even as a poison. This substance is so potent that just a tiny bit, whether you inhale it, swallow it, or even get it in your eyes, can cause excruciating convulsions and ultimately suffocation. Strychnine messes with your spinal cord, disrupting the vital connection between your nerves and the cells that control your muscles. This leads to full-body convulsions that are as terrifying as they sound, and eventually your lungs just can't keep up, leading to death. Now let's dive into the world of chemical warfare with tabun, a truly horrifying nerve agent. This chemical weapon is not just a relic of the past, but a stark reminder of the terrifying capabilities of modern warfare. This substance is the stuff of nightmares, folks. Developed during World War II, it was one of the first nerve agents to be used in combat, and its effects are nothing short of devastating. It attacks your nervous system, forcing your muscles into a constant state of contraction. This means that even the simplest movements become impossible, and the body is left in excruciating pain. Imagine every muscle in your body seizing up at once. That's the terrifying reality of tabun. Victims experience severe convulsions and can even suffer from respiratory failure. But wait, there's more. Tabun also has some pretty bizarre side effects. These side effects can be as unpredictable as they are dangerous, making it a truly insidious weapon. It can make your eyes and mucous membranes go haywire, causing uncontrollable tears and drooling. This is just one of the many ways tabun wreaks havoc on the human body. The reaction releases another toxic gas called chlorocyan, so it's a dangerous game of chemical whack-a-mole. Each exposure can lead to a cascade of harmful effects, making it a nightmare for anyone exposed. Thankfully, tabun is banned under the Chemical Weapons Convention, and most stockpiles have been destroyed. This international agreement has been crucial in reducing the threat posed by such deadly substances. Okay, science fans, buckle up because this next one is a mouthful, both literally and figuratively. It's 2,3,7,8-tetrachlorodibenzodioxin, or TCD for short. Remember Agent Orange, the infamous defoliant used during the Vietnam War? Well, TCDD was one of the main ingredients, and let me tell you, this stuff is bad news. It was sprayed to defoliate jungles, but it did a whole lot more than that. TCDD has been linked to serious health problems, including birth defects. In people exposed to it, it's like a toxic accomplice, making a bad situation even worse. We've all heard the warnings about asbestos, and for good reason. This hazardous material has been linked to severe health issues, and its dangers cannot be overstated. This seemingly innocent material, often used in construction, is a silent killer, lurking in the walls of old buildings. It was once praised for its durability and fire-resistant properties, but now we know better. Asbestos fibers are so tiny that they can get lodged in your lungs, and once they're there, they wreak havoc on a microscopic level. These fibers are invisible to the naked eye, making them even more insidious. These tiny fibers can actually wrap themselves around your chromosomes, disrupting their normal function and potentially leading to tumors. The damage they cause is often irreversible and can take years to manifest. Asbestos exposure can also lead to asbestosis, a chronic lung disease that causes scarring and makes it difficult to breathe. This condition can severely impact the quality of life and is often debilitating. If you're dealing with an older building, get it checked for asbestos. Trust me, it's better to be safe than sorry. Professional inspection and removal are crucial steps in ensuring your safety and the safety of those around you. Now, get ready to have your mind blown because we're talking about azidoazide, quite possibly the most unstable substance on Earth. Heat, light, a gentle breeze, almost anything can set off azidoazide. It's so sensitive that even scientists studying it have a hard time figuring out why it explodes sometimes. Talk about a volatile personality. Ever heard of chlorine trifluoride? Well, you're about to meet the substance that makes fire look like a harmless campfire. This stuff is so reactive that it can ignite practically anything it touches. Glass, titanium, even concrete. And you don't even need a spark or a flame. Chlorine trifluoride will burst into flames all on its own. Let's talk about dimethylcadmium, a substance so toxic that just a whiff of it can send you to the emergency room. This nasty compound works by stealing electrons from your cells, causing them to self-destruct. It's like a cellular saboteur going from organ to organ, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. We're talking excruciating pain, organ failure, and a high risk of cancer. Talk about adding insult to injury. Now let's talk about VX, a nerve agent so deadly that it's considered a weapon of mass destruction. This colorless, odorless liquid was originally developed as a pesticide, but its creators quickly realized they had stumbled upon something far more sinister. VX is incredibly persistent, lingering in the environment long after it's been deployed. Even the tiniest exposure to VX can be fatal, causing your nerve cells to fire continuously until they're completely exhausted. We're talking about excruciating muscle contractions, paralysis, respiratory failure, and eventually a slow and agonizing death. Mushroom lovers be warned, hidden within the seemingly innocent-looking death cap mushroom lies a deadly secret amatoxin. This potent toxin is so powerful that just a small bite of a death cap mushroom can be fatal. Amatoxin works by shutting down your body's ability to produce proteins, which are essential for cell function. Without proteins, your cells start to die off, leading to a whole cascade of horrible symptoms: diarrhea, vomiting, liver and kidney failure, and eventually death. If you're foraging for mushrooms, be absolutely sure you know what you're picking. Otherwise, you could be in for a very unpleasant surprise. Here's a scary thought. You could be sipping on a glass of water that contains a deadly neurotoxin. It's true, anatoxin A, sometimes called very fast death factor, is produced by certain types of blue-green algae found in bodies of water worldwide. This stuff is no joke. It can cause muscle paralysis, respiratory failure, and death within minutes of exposure. And with climate change leading to more frequent algal blooms, the risk of anatoxin contamination is only increasing. So next time you're thinking about taking a dip in a lake or river, remember to be mindful of those algae blooms. Okay, this next one won't kill you, but it might make you wish you were dead. Imagine a smell so overpowering that it can clear a room in seconds and make you gag just by thinking about it. I'm talking about thioacetone, a substance so foul-smelling that it's been dubbed the world's smelliest chemical. This isn't just any bad smell. It's a stench that can cause physical reactions. Back in 1889, a factory in Germany was distilling thioacetone when the stench escaped, causing people within a half-mile radius to faint and vomit. The incident was so severe that it became a part of local folklore. Fast forward to 1967, when chemists in England accidentally released a tiny amount of thioacetone in a lab. The reaction was immediate and intense. The smell was so potent that it spread throughout the building and even reached nearby houses, causing a wave of nausea and vomiting. People were left scrambling to escape the unbearable odor. So while thioacetone might not be deadly, it's definitely a substance you want to avoid at all costs. Its ability to induce such strong reactions makes it a chemical to be handled with extreme caution. We all know that smoking is bad for you, but did you know that nicotine, the addictive substance in tobacco, is deadly in its pure form? That's right, just a few drops of pure nicotine on your skin can be fatal. Nicotine works by interfering with the communication between your nerves and muscles, leading to paralysis and respiratory failure. So remember, nicotine is a powerful drug and it's best to steer clear of it altogether. Our next contender is ricin, a deadly poison derived from castor beans. This stuff is the stuff of spy movies, odorless, tasteless, and incredibly toxic. Ricin works by infiltrating your cells and preventing them from making proteins, which are essential for life. As your cells start to die off, you experience a range of horrific symptoms, including vomiting, diarrhea, internal bleeding, and organ failure. And here's the scary part. There's no antidote for ricin poisoning. Once you're exposed, it's a race against time to get medical attention and hope for the best. Last but not least, we come to fluoroantimonic acid, the strongest acid known to humankind. This stuff is so corrosive that it makes battery acid look like water. It's so powerful that it can eat through glass, metal, and even bone. Scientists studying fluoroantimonic acid have to handle it with extreme care, using special Teflon-coated containers to prevent it from dissolving everything in sight. Well, there you have it, folks. A glimpse into the world of some of the deadliest substances on Earth. It's enough to make you want to stay inside forever. But, hey, knowledge is power, right? Just remember, while it's fascinating to learn about these dangerous substances, it's always best to err on the side of caution. Which substance did you find the most dangerous? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, keep those safety goggles handy and never stop exploring the wonders of science. Thanks for watching. Thanks for